Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Uncommon, and welcome back. Welcome back. We are here with the AfreecaTV Alpha Team League Cup. We are doing the, doing the semifinals today. For the next couple hours, we're going to watch Infinity Gaming fight it out against Alpha X for a chance to move into the finals. We're going to watch Micers fight it out with Wolf's Pack for a chance at the finals, and then we're gonna watch the finals. We're gonna do this whole thing today. I'm super stoked. I hope you're super stoked. We have a lot of fantastic players in the lineup right now. Getting ready for the first series between Infinity Gaming and Alpha X. We have Denver, Goblin, Clem, and Future representing Infinity Gaming, and Alpha X we have Vindica, Art, Estrella, and Bio Ice ready to face it out on the other side. Both these teams going to clash. It's going to be fantastic. And we owe it all to some great partners, some great people who put this all together. So I do want to take a moment. I want to thank Matcherino for their partnership, getting us out there, showing that they care about esports. And let's not forget the number one sponsor for this tournament and running is 24-Hour Fitness. Bring your friends and get your results your way with the free fit plan. Studio classes, pools, cardio equipment, 436 locations, networks of clubs, all included in your membership. Try them for free with a 7-day pass when you complete one of the sponsored quests on the Matcherino page. Get over there, show Matcherino, show 24-Hour Fitness that we care, that they care. All right, that being said, our first match is going to be up on New Repugnancy. Double check these players are ready. It's going to be Vindica versus Denver. Both players seem to be ready. Ladies and gentlemen, get excited. We're hitting that start button game. I need to hit those sound button games. And I'll see you on the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Repugnancy. On the bottom left-hand corner of the map, in the orange, the Zerg representing Infinity Gaming, it is Denver. And in the top right-hand corner of the map, the Blue Terran representing Alpha X, it is Vindica. Vindicta. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Alpha Team League AfreecaTV Cup. Brought to you by Matcherino 24-Hour Fitness. We're here, ladies and gentlemen, to see some great ZVT action here today from some fantastic players. Line them up, knock them out of the park. Hopefully we have ourselves a fantastic time here. I expect some monstrous games. I expect some one-sided games. I expect some close games. I expect some shenanigans. But so far, excuse me, kicking it off. One little SCV boy coming across. He says, I need a break. We'll get some scouting done. Oh, look, a hatchery. That must mean I'm safe for a few minutes. I'm going to back up. And I'm going to check to see how safe. Oh, no third base. That's fine. That's fine. That'd have been fast. That'd have been a fast third base. I don't expect it. So I'm going to wait here to see when that timing comes. Okay, taking a quick look. Transfer of a drone. Spawning pool about to finish up over here. And the expansion for Vindicta going down. We're going to go with Vindicta for a pronunciation guide. Today. Factory going down. Let's see what this first Reaper gets done. This Reaper, more often than not, the purpose, the intent here, information. You want to keep this Reaper alive. You want to get some damage done. You want to get your money's worth, force out a couple more lings out of your opponent, not giving them free reign for drones. But more importantly, you keep it alive, get the information. I love that, actually. This drop here is fantastic for the Reaper. Good save there from Denver, keeping that drone alive. The ling's now actually going over. We're going to get this SCV just in time to get this third base going. Reaper now wanting to pause this third base timing. Wants to get in there. Ooh, the bomb does not stop. No self bomb doesn't stop hatchery. Reaper's going to get out of there. Speed's about to kick in now. That Reaper's got to go home. He gets one more dive in on the Zerg at a later time if he saves this unit. Back on the side we are. Looks like Vindicta going Hellions. So double Hellion Reaper's a good strong combo. At least early light harassment. It can be followed up by more Hellions. There can be some add-on swaps, but it does look like it's going to be a couple more Hellions coming out of here. Medevac going down. Yeah, all right. Just kind of gearing up. I love the Marines in the back trying to catch the Overlord dive again. Lings coming in for their own poke. Yeah, good timing here. They can delay the supply depot. Oh, could have gotten that SCV. Getting chased out by those Hellions. Going the long way. These Hellions coming up to the top. Going to get to the third base. Come in from this angle. This creep spread's good over here. Going to allow the Queens to get up and start pushing back this harassment. And you're going to connect these two bases just fine over here for the Zerg. Looks like we do have a medevac pickup, bringing more Hellions to the battle. These Lings are great coming over here. They're keeping an eye on things, applying light pressure. Gonna get that. Gonna get both Marines at the front gate, get an SCV and put a little pressure here. Gonna pull back a couple of Hellions in this Reaper. They really want to be on the other side of the map, but they can't go. They can't let us go uncontested. While there's kind of a cycle through of units. Liberator on the battlefield here for Vindicta. Vindicta has a couple of Hellions on the front. Going to start applying some harassment, but there are already roaches in position. Got to get back out of there. Over on the top side, gathering of the Liberator and some more Hellions, hoping to get some damage done on this side. But right now, it looks like Denver pretty well split up with the Roaches and the Queens and the creep spread. This Liberator is what's really going to want to get some damage. These Hellions actually going down. This Reaper, nothing for it. And going across the map now, marching across. Roaches poking at the front door. And with a lot of the army in Hellions on the other side of the map, just now coming home. Here's the repairs. Trying to keep this supply depot alive, but getting SCVs for it. Now the Liberator on the other side of the map looks like it's getting some damage done for a little bit, but it's been brought back. 10 SCVs going down. Lings are in the main base. SCVs are doing their best to keep this going. Liberator's now in a good position to save that choke. The bunker under repair. It is going to survive. Marines still funneling into that. This Liberator going to go down to the bio, which is a very, very fantastic moment for the Zerg. He's able to funnel in here, dropping biles on the repairing SCVs. The medevac barely makes it out. The tank in a good position to defend. Oh, but the gate is caught down as he stutter steps up here. It looks like Denver doing massive amounts of damage. 17 probes, 20 probes, 21 probes. The probes are falling. The probes are the army at this point. A couple of Hellions. There's the GG. Infinity Gaming takes game number 1. All right, we are 1-0 up Infinity Gaming. We'll be right back with the next game. It's going to be Goblin versus Art in King's Cove. I'll see you there. Till then, let's get that BRB screen. Let's turn on a little bit of music. Ladies and gentlemen, in the top left-hand corner of Kings Cove, the pink Protoss representing Alpha X. It is Art. In the bottom right-hand corner, the red Protoss representing Infinity Gaming. It is Goblin. You're watching the AfreecaTV Cup. These two monsters of their own teams going at it. Art beat Goblin on Kings Cove. Thanks for watching. All right, looks like I love. One second. All right, there we go. Just cleared my throat. Figured I wouldn't shout into the camera with it any more than I already have. I like a good PvP because more than any other matchup, we see these mirror builds and mirror placements. It is a hard meta. Over here, so we get the double gateways at the door, we get the pylon behind it. All this spacing takes practice. The cybernetics core right out of it, right in the rear by the gas, both sides. And then we get to watch for the divergence, the moment where the build orders change and get a little different. What goes onto this rear pylon, even this placement being mirrored right now. This is this next tech. This is the first change. This is the first divergence, and this is cool because then you get to see, by doing this, by placing this pylon out here, we see that the changes. Goblin going for a very, very forward robotics facility. I imagine you wanting Immortals marching across the field very quickly, and with Stalkers on this side. That's going to be a pretty powerful early maneuver here. Art on the other side, though, dropping down the Stargate. Handful of gateways, Warp Gate and Stargate on the way. Good shot there. Art getting that probe scout, taking care of that. A couple of depths moving across. And now it looks like Stalkers. So a couple of depths plus some Stalkers. Shield battery at home. Now these Stalkers, does he... it looks like he wants to move them across the map. To participate in that attack. Gets the shades out. Cancels the shade. Goblin's kind of positioning over here. These two depths, he wants him to get some damage done. He wants him to get some scouting done. It does look like he tried to scout out, and that is a full wall with that shield battery. Now, is that shield battery, did he see? Okay, so that shield battery there is just a block of the Adepts. He doesn't know this is here yet. And in fact, let me get my crazy camera jolting done really quickly. There we go. So now I can take a look at who sees what without the camera jolting around. It does look like the Adepts trying to sneak up there, take a fight, get some damage done, at least poking around, being a nuisance. Now, it has pushed Art back up the ramp. Really limits his visibility in this area. A couple Stalkers joining in, and there's that first Immortal. Very quick across the map Immortal. One observer in production now. It looks like this is going to be a good... I like this. I like this mix of units here. Shaping the battlefield, getting the shades in, forcing a lot of these shield batteries. Now we have the vision here at the Warp Prison. They can pound on some of these buildings from the low ground. They have this like blink alternate pushing the army back from the base of the ramp, forcing action. And now the Phoenixes come in, get a lift up on that Immortal. That allows a little bit of pressure to move forward. But this shield here has stopped a lot of the forces from jumping down. Allows this Immortal to be saved. It's actually going to sit in the Warp Prison for a minute until they're able to push away the Stalkers. Push away the Phoenixes. Another round of Stalkers comes out here. Those Phoenixes have to be really careful how they dive in on this. They really want to put some damage on that Warp Prison. They dive in, trying to get a few shots on it. The thing is barely alive. One more dive in with some full health Stalkers. Really puts a damper on this persistent assault. Moving up. Second immortal in the battlefield. The Phoenix still gonna catch that warp prism. And now this is a force without reinforcements, in the forward position of the map. What does he do? Does Goblin persist here? He's got vision. He's got some good eyes on this part of the map. It does look like Art trying to come back to see if there's an alternate angle he's got to worry about. And a couple more shots going down in that gateway. Art now with his own warp prism here. Phoenix is moving around the middle of the map. Gonna get pushed away from the main force body of this force, but as the engagement happens, I love that shield. It shaves off a couple of stalkers from the fight. The liftoff of the Phoenixes start happening. They actually has their own immortal now in the field. Two immortals being lifted up by the Phoenixes, being taken out of the fight. But the immortal of Art has been destroyed. It is now just Phoenixes in the air and a couple of sentries on the ground, trying to deal as much damage as possible, trying to get the immortal count lower. But looks like Goblin, having done a significant amount of damage here. I don't know if he knows how much he's done. There's not a lot up here to contest this. Only an immortal and a stalker in position near the shields are getting a little bit of a recharge. Coming out of this again, this robotic facility. Pure immortal production. Another warp prism coming out of the middle of the map for Goblin. And this is where the pressure's at. This is where the party's at. Coming through the middle of the map here. A couple more sentries joining the fight. Having to travel a long way until that warp prism, until another warp prism is made. Or at least this way, actually. But these Phoenixes doing a good job of staying on top of that robotics facility, trying to limit the warp prism here, trying to keep it away from the fight. But it gets there regardless, and there's a couple of depths on the field. Now, I love this as a mix. All these gateway units applying different types of damage, and if they're used properly, the spells and the shades and the placement of the immortals are used properly, Goblin's got a real good chance of inflicting severe game-ending damage here. Art is down a gateway. Has been unable to remake that. And this warp prism play here with the immortals. If you can keep these immortals alive, getting their shots off and volleying. Normally, this is the kind of harassment you see on the other side of the base, but he's getting it done as a defensive measure. Those shields getting a little low, get into the yellow for the immortals. It is hard to have that kind of staying power with this ball here. And it looks like Goblin is satisfied to sit here and continue to work his advantage. He is up 13 workers right now, consistently going to be able to produce out of more gateways. There is a robotics bay going down for Art. If he survives long enough to put this into use, he might have some tricks up his sleeve. Back and forth fight here as the immortal drop play. It does look like Goblin wanting to push in here. The Shaden of all the adepts right on top of the army. This force field does a little bit to prevent the army of Goblin from moving up, but he's using the warp prisms to shuttle units back into the fight here. These adepts taking a lot of damage, losing a lot of adepts in the process. The probes though having to be pulled. The immortals, a great job here of Art keeping these immortals alive, allowing them to rain down their artillery for as long as possible. But this warp prism is still here in the back. There is not enough reinforcements going to come out of here. There's the GG, and Goblin takes game number 2 for Infinity Gaming. Woo. All right. We're going to get into game number 3. It's going to take place on automation, and it's going to be Clem versus Estrella. We'll be right back after a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Automation. Automaton? Automaton. On the bottom left-hand corner, the blue Terran. It is Clem. He hopes to bring it home for Infinity Gaming. One win here, and they move on to the finals. On the top right-hand side, the yellow Protoss, representing Alpha X. He needs to stay here to keep his team alive. Needs this win badly. It is Maples. And it does look like opting for trickiness. Alright. One gas. One very forward gateway. And the probe is coming in for the scout. Even moving in from a direction, moving up and over to hide his previous location and path here. And Clem on top of it, gonna follow the probe around. Now this is where, okay, probe's gonna actually juke the SCV, and Clem's gonna go forward with his own scout. That Reaper's on the way. This probe doesn't want to bring anything down here, but he's looking. He's pretending to want to block. But I don't think what he wants to do is really block, right? So he wants this. He wants these minerals spent. He wants them, not to start making, using that money on additional barracks. He wants his opponent to be as unprepared as possible. He's going to come over here now and just starts this harassment. Slow it down. I like it. Back up top, this factory going down, and the Reaper going to take care of this SCV. Not before a pylon goes down. And a Zealot has been spotted. There's the bunker. Everything gets canceled. Now this Zealot hoping to find some damage on this side of the map. Behind this, Maples has expanded, making one Stalker now. Doesn't want to lose this Zealot. If Maples is going to get any damage done up here, he's going to have to keep everything alive. But 2 Marines at a time now, working 2 Marines and a Widowmine. As time passes, Clem is only going to get stronger. And it doesn't look like Maples is committing to this all-in. Back home, with his own Twilight Council. No other gateways, though. No other gateways back at home. Just an expansion. So kind of a interesting angle here. The Protoss has created a forward gateway. He's working on Warp Gate. There we go. Working on that dark shrine. Hoping to catch his opponent off guard, but he's put his opponent on guard just a bit with this opener. Now behind this, throwing down the dark shrines in the middle of the base, throwing down a couple of gateways. So this Reaper, if he jumps up, we'll see it. The Stalker actually moving into position to block his vision rather than jump in on him. It does look like the Stalker's gonna get the kill, gonna deny the vision. Back here, Clem's still on this bunker. No missile turrets. This is going to be scan. It's going to be all about scan energy. When this actually happens. And still got a very good forward gateway here already set up. Been set up for a little bit of time. Zealot legs coming behind this. And then moving forward. Maple's got a plan, and it's about to all come into fruition here as Warp Gate finishes. Dark Shrine finishes up. It should originate from this location, but that's a fantastic Widowmine spot. Blocks this ramp access, blocks the wider gate access. The DTs will be... Well, they're spotted. He knows that they're there now. The Widowmine has gone off. The Zealot trying to knock it down. The wall is up. And it does look like supply depots are trying to get some supply depots down. Maples takes the game. Takes Clem completely by surprise. It takes one for Alpha X. All right there. Hero Stalker. at the right moment. All right, next up on the list, and I'll refresh. It's going to be Future versus Bio Ice on Port Alexander. We'll be right back with that game. Stay tuned. See if Future can close it out for Infinity Gaming, or if we're going to get 5 games. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Support Alexander. In the bottom right-hand corner, the orange Zerg representing Alpha X. Substitution, it is Fire Zerg. In the top left-hand corner of the map, the purple Zerg representing Infinity Gaming, it is Johnny Rico. Another substitution. We had a match, and we have another match. We got matches. Yes, so Future was subbed out for Johnny Rico, and following that substitution, Alpha X decided to put in Fire Zerg in to face him. So it looks like we're gonna get ourselves a ZVZ here today, ladies and gentlemen, and if I'm counting the number of lings coming out of Fire Zerg, he's hoping to make this a problem, a quick problem, a pulling all but 2 drones problem. This is good. It'll be quick, and it'll be good. That's 8 lings. Well, how many lings total? Let's keep a count of the units here. 8 lings with 4 more on the way. Moving across the middle of the map. Skipping the Overlord. Being spotted by the other Overlord. The response to this has gotta be... It's gotta be spine crawlers. Does he just... Yeah, it's gotta be. And then there it is. And actually they're going right after the spawning pool. The health of the spawning pool going down quickly. Spine crawler of their own. The drones have been pulled. Lings have been created. Spine crawlers in the making. Just watching the count, it's going to be the worker count. Fire Zerg was the aggressor here. He's up a worker. He's up in army supply. It looks like he's up in not Queens. The spine crawler trying to find a better location. It's going to get burrowed in about the same time this other spine crawler gets put into position. It's so close. 10 to 8, 9 to 8 numbers to other numbers. So many drones going down here. That queen is putting a lot of damage down. And 4 workers to 5 workers, 2 army each. And the spine crawler is in a fantastic position to hit. I think it's got to be able to hit more than this. But it is just going to poke. It's going to poke at the hatchery. And the Ling's chasing another drone out of the base. The Ling's trying to get in to get some damage done. It does look like the queen is so low. The queen is... You could sneeze on this queen. And it's going to be a spine crawler match. There's the GG. Fire Zerg takes it for Alpha X. And we have ourselves a game number 5, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he knew how little his opponent had. That was good. That was very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back with game number 5. But before we jump into that, just want to let you guys know that this is absolutely only possible by the fantastic people that put it together and the fantastic partnerships and sponsors we've had along the way. Take a moment and go over to the Matcherino page if you have an opportunity. Let's see. Aha, Matcherino page. Come over to this Matcherino page. No, I'm starting this whole thing, and I don't. The code for Matcherino again. All right. So get over here, log into Matcherino, contribute with that coupon code that will be in the chat probably by the time I finish this sentence, and it's free 50 cents to the prize pool. Matcherino doing a lot of great things for esports, showing us that they support us, giving us avenues for sponsors to really bring this down to all of us, to make all of us just a little bit better. And again, thank you to 24 Hour Fitness for getting out there and being a part of esports with us. I'm going to shoot you on over, take a quick look at a message from those sponsors.
Time is now, place is here to rest. Feeling the holes on my soul. I see, I like, I go, I get. No one can hold me back. I see, I like, I go, I get. Go, I get, go, I get, go, I get now. Go, I get, go, I get, go, I get now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after a short break with game number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Year Zero. Game number 5. On the top left-hand corner of the map, the purple Protoss representing Alpha X. It is Art. His opponent. In the top right-hand corner, the Red Zerg representing Infinity Gaming, it is Denver. And this is definitely the AfreecaTV Cup. Alpha Team League's AfreecaTV Cup, brought to you by great sponsors like Match Arena. Get over there with the code AfreecaTV Cup. Show your support. Put in that coupon code for a free 50 cents added to the prize pool. We did not, honestly, we did not expect, I didn't expect us to be at Game 5 today. Up 2 games, Infinity Gaming, game number 3, Klim versus Maples. Maples, nobody expected him to take that game. I didn't expect him to take the game. Maybe Maples expected himself to take that game, but caught Klim by such absolute surprise. He kept Alpha X in the running, which allowed Fire Zerg to bring it to this 2-2 state. Now we have Infinity Gaming's revived Denver, Alpha X revived Art. And we're going to have ourselves a PVZ. Did I get my... There we go. All sounds, all music. Little probe, go do your harassment. Get that drone in the yellow. I love the pants here. Need to find out how to get myself little pants icons. All right, taking a quick look around here at the Protoss down on the natural base, starting his wall up here at this ramp. One more building and a unit closes that off. Looks like Denver opting to take a third base relatively quickly. Relatively slowly, actually, in a PVZ. Normal-ish pace. I like to take mine at 20. I think it's safe. It's safe to do. You really want to get as much of an economic edge as you can, but you always got to make sure your opponent isn't being tricky. That's what he's done here. Taking a moment, gotten a breather. Art on the other side, popping out a sentry. Got a stalker on the front of the base. The first tech tree he decides to go down is the robotics facility as he finishes off this wall. I like the sentry. I like the sentry here. It's got its own shields. Can limit the surface area on these buildings if flood of links were to come in here, and it's still ranged. It can shoot past its own shield if it needs to protect itself. Warp gate about to finish up. The robotics facility, what comes out first? We're going to pay attention to that for a moment as Twilight Council going down as well. Alright, both these players powering up to their ideal composition. Denver really pumping out that economy. Third base about to go down. Still pumping out drones. Spore Crawler now going down. And it looks like probably each of the main and natural bases. And this Stalker's gonna get the Overlord. Now, did he see? And we're gonna do this jarring. So I haven't figured out how to not make this jarring. There we go. Jarring the first time I used my commands here. He did see the building, so he did see it. If he doesn't click on it, that'll be another thing. What is? Did I hit buttons? Ladies and gentlemen, we know what we're doing. All right, five workers over here getting Roach Warren down. Looks like opting to get himself fully saturated on 2 bases. Get a third one moving. Third one almost fully saturated. Really, he's pumping out these drones. He's going to get to this critical mass of economy, and he's just going to start cooking with roaches. With the lack of pressure that Denver has faced on his side of the map. Look at this creep spread. Look at this Overlord placement around the map. He has so much vision, so much map control. are opting to try to get a third base in. That'll if you can keep this up and get this secure, that'll do a good job of keeping him. We'll say the word is on pace with his opponent. But you know, Denver's growing, and he's growing quick. He's got 12 more workers. He's starting to pump out roaches. There's 7 right now in the production tab. He's working on that layer, which means look, no unupgraded roaches. Oh, all right, we missed this Archon harassment over here, getting 10 worker kills. There aren't enough roaches to deal with this, so this is that moment of weakness where, you know, Denver has been pumping out workers. He doesn't have quite the army supply to push away that many Archons before they can get some significant damage done. Pause there. He's been ahead on so many workers, he can afford those losses. So yeah, he takes 10 workers, but that's more of a necessity. That's what Art had to do to stay on pace this game, is go over there with a handful of Archons, get that damage done. So we're gonna get a warp in of some Templars, and he's morphing in more Archons. So 4 Archons gonna be pushing right here with the bulk of this army. Immortals, Zealots, and now this is that, you know, was the economy a little greedy? Will he be able to stave off this kind of power? 4 Archons and an Immortal this early in the game can pack quite a punch. Does look like he's ready to meet it in the middle of the battle. There go the roaches. There go the transfuses. Zealot legs carry the charge over. The Archons put down a little bit of damage. Using the Ravagers to unshape the battlefield from the sentries. It does look like the Archons doing a fantastic job here. Low on shields, though. The sustainment, their capacity to sustain this is very much tied to their shields, but they're doing massive amounts of damage here. It's just the army of Denver just enough to keep that away, and that defender's advantage, bringing out more roaches, chasing this army away. The low shield. Look at this poor. I don't know how often I see a half health Archon. They get that close, they're usually just dead. But it does look like the Archons are going to come up to the top. It is going to be scouted. The vision is so fantastic for Denver. He's got the creep spread all the way up at that angle. He's going to spot it. It does not look like Art has an angle. He's going to have to back up here. Behind this, Evolution Chamber, Hydralisk Den, both going down. Give them the ability to push away. Really threaten the Warp Prism here. Back home, this army has fully secured a third base, fully saturated. Art doing what he needs here to stay on top of it. But as I say, actually, there's no but there. He's doing a fantastic job. We're talking about the economy of Denver. That damage kind of evened it out, kept it from being overwhelming. Archons on the field doing a lot of damage and saving all of the Archons, getting them away, letting those shields regenerate. You know, he's trading shields for units. Denver, staying on top of it. Got a 4th base up. Very close battle so far. 64, 68 workers. Very close in army supply. Trying to tech up. Denver needs to get something other than roaches out soon, as the complexity of this army grows every moment. Actually, it looks like more Archons going to be morphed into this fight right now. So, yeah, six Archons in sight. Massive units. AoE damage. Lots of it. Now they're clearing out a little bit of creep spread, pushing back, trying to get the right angle on this fight. The Immortals in the front, Zealots looking to clash into the army. Looks like he's going to take the fight up here on the ramp. Put a couple Zealots up to the up at the top base. If he can keep them safe, they'll get that base eventually. But it does look like he's repositioning for another round of Zealots, letting those Immortals catch up. Yeah, those 2 extra Immortals are going to do a lot as they begin to rain down the barrages of anti-armor fire. The Observer in a fantastic position. Now, these Zealots, I love he regrouped his army, but the Zealots did the work up top. If he turns around and goes home now, he's still got a base for his trouble. Behind this, still more Immortals being created on the other side of the map. There's the Zealots. There's the shaping. He starts to shave off parts of the army here, preventing optimal... Oh, I say actually, you don't want to go in that choke. Preventing optimal engagement from the Zerg, but Zerg backs up, gets in a good position. He's going to push that out. Denver doing a good job of managing what is... I don't want to call it a crisis situation, but this is a strong and complex army. Very technical army from our Protoss. Now, the army size on Denver is massive. These right here, that's going to be money. Couple couple of those burrowed in the right spots. The lurkers do so much damage, and a couple of roaches going south. Looks like cut off a couple of zealots moving to threaten that base. There is the sentries shaping the battlefield. The roaches can't find the right angle. The lurkers keeping that army at bay just a little bit. It does look like that run by was pushed away. Endeavor's going to secure this base for now, but he's being bullied in and blocked in on his base here. A lot of Archons, even more Templars being brought in. Storm is now on the battlefield. They're not just being brought in for Archons. Here's the engagement. Lurker's doing so much damage. The Storm goes down on, massive storms. They sit in it. There's no response. Art takes it for Alpha X, ladies and gentlemen. Denver taps out. Power.
Feeling the holes on my soul.
All right, you've got to. Gotta remember to keep that away. Okay, hey. Looks like we cleaned out the the semifinals. Let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look over here at this bracket. All right, so on the match, Alpha X just 3-2'd, just took it 3-2 against Affinity Gaming. I'd say the favorite for this matchup. So coming from behind, moving themselves into the finals. They're going to then move on. Well, they're going to move on to the finals. But bearing that, we're going to get into Mickers, Mikers, Imkers. We're going to go with Mikers today. I'm sure I'll get a pronunciation guide. Versus Wolfpack. That's the next matchup. That's going to be... Nope. Let's go ahead and hit that refresh button. Classic Soul, Showtime, and Nurchio. Oh, versus Shadone, Gung Fu Banda, Skillus, and Aquarian. There is definitely a favorite in this tournament, and I think it's the left side of that bracket. So we'll be right back once we get those matches set up. Take a moment, get over to Matcherino page, hit that contribute button, AfreecaTV Cup. It's right there. There's the code, AfreecaTV Cup. Put that in. Hit a couple of these Twitter follows, YouTube follows. It's all free. Goes right into the prize pool. Show your support. Show Matcherino. We can bring people to continue to support esports. Then we're doing fantastic things. All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with the next series.